Yo, what's up, Gold Mask? How you doing, man? Alright. You're getting better at this game. Alright, good first invasion to start this out. What? Yo, Steady Shell, how you doing, man? You missed Dark Souls 3? Yeah, I feel that. All we can do is wait for the next one. Alright, two fog wall in a row. Yo, Nessern, how you doing, man? Tarnish will save us? Yeah, surely, right? Surely Tarnish will change everything. Surely. Alright, full squad. Full squad and... Okay, see them. Come on. Out of blue to finish him. the others. Questionable range. Whew, that's an important kill. Questionable hit. This fucking game. Same shit net. No wonder I keep getting hit. Like, these guys net are horrible. We can't go too far though. Alright, now it's your turn. Finally! I have to work for this one. Yo, welcome in, guys. Whoever just came in. One sec, guys. I'm not sure. Is the YouTube stream working? Hello. Okay, it is working, never mind. Alright. Welcome in everyone who just came in. We're gonna keep going with the dragon build again today, because last stream we didn't really have many opportunities to see what it can do. Although I think we played enough to understand that you should not really use these dragon spells in 1v1. We're not very good at that. They're mostly to like cheese someone that's like not paying too much attention at you in an invasion, I think. So that's what we're going for. It's not a very good 1v1 build, but at least we do have some tools to kill some people quickly with the dragon breath. Feels like a hit or die build. Yeah, it does feel like it, honestly. Like if you get your dragon kill, like you're well set, but if you don't, you're kind of in trouble. Is Ghost Flame Brett any good? I think Ghost Flame Brett is like the second best Brett after the magic one, like Smarag Glintstone Brett. Smarag is the best one, and then Ghost Flame is the second best, I think. What does Assassin's Gambit do for PvP? It reduces the range of the lock-on. So it's useful in the context of invasion to reduce like people that are just spamming stuff at you from a large distance, which prevents you from ever really attacking your opponent's back. Like for instance, I'm fighting someone and then I can't like aggress them because their teammate is just shooting at me from a distance. Well, this helps mitigate that, Assassin's Gambit. I think we got an Elden Ring moment. Guy's up there. Dark Side, I don't really play on PC. So I think you might have to wait a long time for seamless PvP. I've had periods where I was tempted to go on PC, but then every time, like, you know, I realize the game is bad, and it's like the only reason you go on PC is for the competitive aspect, to fight the good players over there. But it's like every time you like come back to your senses and you're like, well, I mean, this game is not very skillful anyway, so what's the point? Better just to stream the minimum and just keep going and focus on the next thing, or put my energy elsewhere, not on this game. That host at? There he is. How many players? Oops. 2 players. You know what? Such a wasted opportunity. I didn't have the Dragon Breath while I was in the air. Try something. Sometimes it bounces off walls and shit. Guy's just brain deadly mashing, not looking at his health. was also brain-deadly mashing, but I was looking at my health. You were hoping Lords of the Fallen 2 would get right? Yeah, I mean, same here. Like, I'm eagerly waiting for another Souls-like game to take the crown, but, I mean, I really don't see that happening anytime soon from the looks of it. Like, I was looking just earlier at this trailer for Dawnbreaker. I mean, the combat looks like the pinnacle of everything we don't like. Like, the devs still don't get it. They put that magnet effect on every game out there still. Like, I think it's gonna take a whole generation for developers to get a clue. I could not actually see shit. Could not really see where I was aiming. This guy gets it. I mean, he's bad, but at least he understands. Jump out. What is this, dude? He just Elden Ring moment. Just tank my attack like nothing. There's that fucking knight. They're so thirsty. Insane lock on. go. At least I traded that. I took the kill, honestly. Like, I went for the... Like, knowingly that I would die, I went for the trade there. Because I thought my odds were, like, pretty bad overall, so might as well just traded that with the host. They were not very good, but when you get pressured like that and they stick together, there's really not much you can do unless you have that magic build that we played with 2 streams prior. That magic build can definitely kill a squad like that fairly easily. Probably should have gone like right there. Would have been fine. As soon as I get in there, there's a blue. Crazy. Enter into Bale is an option if you're guaranteed a kill. If you're not guaranteed a kill, you're pretty much dead if you do that. Or if you hit everyone. If you hit everyone, you're good too. But it's extremely risky to do that. Unless if you're guaranteeing a kill, yeah. But I don't think our damage is quite high enough for one shot with Bale. It's gonna be like just shy of that, probably at like 14 or 1500, I'm assuming. So if we damage our opponent prior to using it, then I would say, yeah, probably makes sense. These maps again. Like they're below. I'd say probably under this. Maybe a chance to get a kill here. The problem with Bale and like Ender into Bale is if you miss, or if they roll, or if they get away, like if they don't brandedly mash into you, you're probably dead because you're gonna get hit by everyone else as soon as it's over. And so you have to make sure it counts, really. And you probably also want like to gauge what type of damage you're going to be taking too, because even if they, even if they don't try to get away, let's say they all attack you, Three people attacking you can kill you extremely quickly, even if you're on Endure, so you have to be careful with that. This. Not invading from here. Could be a full squad. Actually, let's take our chance. Wow, he barely got out of it. He missed that. Come on, you fucking out of stam. Crazy, I might die. Eesh. Hit from it. Oh, that was the host. Didn't realize that. Right, Stormcaller is not a bad idea though. Yeah, Stormcaller not a bad idea. That's a good point. Let's see. Let's see. Well, actually, I can't really use anything heavy though. Like, Sight is already overweight for me. Actually, I don't think there's anything that I can use Stormcaller with. Maybe like straight sword. Which is probably not worth it, so... A good idea, but we don't have the ratio to use any heavy weapon. Even this Ripple Halberd here is just for running attack finishers, because we're overweight if we use that. Should change the ash for the dry leaf for the kick one to have an option against shields. I think I'm gonna do that after. Okay, it's two of them. That's a bad spot for him. Wow, he barely made it. Oh no, the mistake. We need to free aim this. Oh my god. What a fail. We got lucky because the lock-on didn't allow us to hit them. Are you feeling about 150? I mean, it's really not that different from 125. It is a little easier to do big damage though. It's a little easier to do big damage. Some people do a little more damage themselves too, but I mean, for the most part, it's very similar. Maybe just a tiny bit, just a little bit easier at 150, I'd say. Just a little bit. Just because you have less damage, so... Or, sorry, just because you have more damage than at 125. Like, having more damage means, like, you have more options to close game out. Or more, like, instances where you guarantee the kill as opposed to, you know, you get some damage and then you still have to finish them. So for that reason, I'd say it's very similar, maybe a little easier. How much fate? I don't even know the stats by heart. This is the stats we got, but keep in mind we have the Mimic Tier helmet. These stats are actually optimal for this, like, well, at least for the Vagabond starting class. Technically, I think you'd be better off with a different starting class, but... Actually, you know what? I think the optimal class for this might be, maybe the new Fate Knight, like the new Light Knight that they're coming out with Tarnished. I think this might be optimal for the Dragon build. Now that I'm looking at the stats, at least at a glance, like I didn't run the numbers or anything, but... Yo, Canuck, how you doing, bro? A good fight. Did he respawn or something? I feel like it just killed the same guy twice. Maybe he's killing the same guy 3 times. This one was the last version. He had like one little bit more HP than the others. This is the perfect map though for like a dragon build like that. Because you can jump on some stuff and then you get to places where they can't attack you back unless they have a range attack ready. Would be Prophet right now? Yeah, probably something like that. What are you doing on strength? I mean, to be honest, Canuck, like, with this build, it's like very hit or miss. Like, if you don't kill someone, you know, like easily with the Dragon Breath, you're probably gonna lose the invasion. Because even if the spells are good, like in a 1v1 situation where the people that you're fighting are paying attention to you, you have no opportunity to land any of that stuff. And then you know, you have to default to melee, and the stat spread is really not great for melee. So it's very hit or miss. Like, if you, I'd say it's probably best if you're not streaming, because when you're streaming, you know, you have anyone that's like stream sniping and they're ready for what you have, like, you know, good luck with that, because the build is not like the most suited to like have an answer for every situation. But you know, for taking people by surprise, you can definitely like dragon breath someone by surprise and one shot them basically. We're lacking damage, like, with our melee stuff. Like, the fist do, like, 100 something. We do get the bleed proc fairly fast, but also the fact that the build is really, like, optimized around the dragon spells. My weight ratio is, like, very limit. Like, I can't wield this halberd, it's too heavy. So like, I'm limited to the fist weapons and daggers. Also, while I think about it, I have an Ash of War to change. Would dragon, yeah, the naked dragon with blue dancer be better than this? I've tried that in the past, actually. I've had like a stream where I went like full dragon. It's a trade-off, honestly. It's a trade-off, you know, with the dragon, you have light roll. You have more points for offense because, you know, you don't need to have like any endurance whatsoever. Like, your endurance can be kept at the very minimum. And so, like, you can just focus strictly on offense, which, you know, that's good, but the moment you get, like, the moment you fight, like, a twin blade, you know, like Claws of Night, like, you know, there's a few weapons that are extremely deadly if you don't have poise, like a Pada, like, it's gonna be very difficult. Whereas with this, it's a little more balanced, you know, I still have Bloodhound Step to escape on my main weapon. But it's just the nature of arcane builds, you know, like the damage you deal is like very burst damage oriented, which is not bad, but when your AR is low like this build, because it's not like an optimized arcane build, it's really a build that's optimized for I could not lock onto him for whatever reason. It worked. But yeah, like, it's really a build that's optimized for the Dragon Breath because you have a lot of points that are wasted in Fate. What about Catch Flame? I did not even play with Catch Flame. Maybe I should, honestly. Like, I have it. It's, like, I set up the build so, like, if I hold down on the D-pad, it goes to Catch Flame as, like, my default one, and yet I don't think I've casted a single Catch Flame. I probably should, honestly. I would do way more. I would do way more damage, and then I'd keep Cryo as well. So thanks for reminding me of Catch Flame. I guess that's probably my best option. I don't even know what type of damage I'm dealing with Catch Flame either. I don't even know if it's good or bad. Usually you want melee art for 1v1, yeah, for sure. At least, though, I didn't go, like, overboard with the damage. Like, I'm not using the magic physic. I'm using the defense one. Why do you have such low mind? The mind is actually optimal for a Dragon Breath kill. Like, this is the amount of mine you need for optimal dragon bread kill without, like, wasting too much points. Because the way it works is you only need just a little bit of FP to start the dragon bread. And so you need a bit of FP to start the first phase, and then you need a bit of FP to start the second phase of the dragon bread. And so... like, let me show you real quick. This guy is not there. Oh, he's there. He's summoning too. Let's actually buff up. Alright, look at the FP bar here. Let's look at the FP bar. Oh, I guess never mind. I am not going to be able to make my point because my FP bar went bigger because I used the fingerprint nostrum, which is a thing. The unlucky behind there. He's too thirsty and his friend abandoned him. Like right now my FP bar is a little bigger than normally. Like the reason why I'm using this fingerprint nostrum is that it gives me like 5 points in arcane, 5 points in fate, and 5 points in mind and intelligence. I don't need the intelligence, although with that 5-point intelligence I can swap to madness hand if I need to. So it has some use cases. And the downside from using that nostrum is that your HP goes down, but this is offset by bestial vitality. So it's a little interesting setup. Look at my FP bar this time. You see that? Like the first tick, like it requires like over half the bar, and then afterward it requires like less than that. So anyway, I mean, I'm not explaining it properly, but back when I tested it, like 16 was what you needed to do like a full like 2 bread combo, so to speak. But yeah, I'm using this fingerprint nostrum because it's useful. You know, it gives me more damage, gives me more FP. And then I can just offset it with bestial vitality, so I have no downside. So it's not a bad idea. There's this other consumable that, you know, increases your arcane and gives you like damage boost on bleed buildup, but I don't have it, so I can't use it. But my talisman scales off of fate and arcane, so that nostrum gives us a little more damage. Exalted Bloody Flesh. Let's see. I think that's quite the name. Oh yeah, I think you're right. It's Exalted Bloody Flesh. Yeah. This one is, you know, this one gives vigor, endurance, strength, dex. This one gives mind, intelligence, fate, arcane, and then the other one I don't have it. It's the one you're talking about, I think. So I don't have Exalted Bloody Flesh. I'm not sure if it would actually be better than that nostrum, because that nostrum is very useful, giving us like... it lasts 90 seconds too. Like that nostrum lasts 90 seconds for basically like 5 points in mind, 5 points in fate, and 5 points in arcane. That's a lot of stats. That's like a free 15 stats. That's very good. And again, like the downside is you lose HP, but this is offset by bestial vitality. And bestial vitality pretty much lasts a little bit longer than the nostrum, so you're basically guaranteed to not lose any health from it. In fact, you regenerate like 1 point of health. Like it offsets it, and you still have a little bit of regen to spare, like just a tiny bit. So overall, I mean, it's not... it's a good, like, you know... we thought this out, but... if I had to compare this to the magic build with gravitational missile, like the gravitational missile kills are way easier. Like way easier. It's funny though because the gravitational missile shines indoor. You know, when you have like a lot of walls and shit. Whereas the dragon breath shines a little more in open spots. But not like fully open. You still want like little spots to jump off of. I swear to God, I saw something. The wrong, He didn't do any damage. Nah. I wanted to jump into Dragon Breath, but... important kill. Wow, our damage with Catch Flame is actually pretty nice. We need to do that. For him. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh well, he jumped off anyway. Thought I had enough for a full Dragon Breath, but I didn't. I guess Catch Flame did a lot there. Like, we did like 200 with the fist and like 500 with the Catch Flame. That's a massive difference. That's a very significant difference even. Would the odds back or Moog Incantation be good? There's a lot of Ash of Wars or weapons that would be good on this, but I'm strapped for weight. Like, oh, actually, we didn't have our tally to do more damage with Dragon Breath. Yeah, 500 is actually pretty high. I didn't even know it was that high either. How much damage would you gain with Mushroom Crown and Poison Tally? It's not worth it. Not for this at all. Honestly, in general, like the poison setup, I've used it plenty. That poison setup is not worth it unless you're using like a dedicated melee build with specific poison weapons, and you... Like, self-proccing poison on yourself is not worth it because it only lasts 20 seconds and it's not enough to do anything. Like, it's gonna work like... You know, like 20% of the time, maybe. Like, the only reason why this could work is if your weapon reapplies poison constantly. So, like a Twin Blade with Poison Mist or a Gugs with Poison Mist are, like, two options where I think it makes sense to have the Poison Crown set up. Other than that, I'm not too sure it does. Come on, I toggled and nothing came out. I'll save them from getting the follow-up. Somehow he fucking resisted that. Insane lag. Bro, this is so unlucky. What the fuck? Yeah, I have a plan. We turn around this corner and then we big dragon breath. There we go. Insane. It's only one tick down to break the shield. I thought it was two tick. At least our plan worked. They were so thirsty, they ran right into the dragon. You already do enough damage to kill anyways, like doing more damage wouldn't achieve anything. Well, it's all, like with the dragon breath, sometimes, I mean, it has not happened yet, but I'm sure like someone that's well optimized with their physic, you know, full defense and everything, they might be able to resist it. But I'm not even sure if they would. And like you said, for the most part, I think I'd prefer having a little more defense. Because the magic physic does not benefit me in any way, except specifically for that one dragon breath attack. Everything else doesn't benefit from it. I don't even know where I am. Oh well. Yeah, a well-optimized person with a rune arc would survive. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Technically, though, I still have an ace up my sleeve. I have this, which requires me to swap 2 talismans in order to use, but if I want to, I can debuff someone to take like 10% more magic damage, but I mean, it's a hassle to like swap like this to like this here, or this one, and then the other one. Like, you need a bunch of talisman swaps just to do that, but if I need to, it's there. A good plan, but You know what? Let's actually break his bubble with a freaking dragon breath around the corner. I don't know how he fell. I think he probably killed himself on the other side. Insane players. Are Dragon Maw or Dragon Claw any good? Dragon Claw is really bad. Like, it's really bad. Dragon Maw can have some use cases. Like, you can, like, sort of bait people that are thinking you're gonna use the normal Brett, and then you do a big trade with it. Sometimes it's worth it. But, Bale's Tyranny sort of serves, like, a similar purpose as Dragon Maw. The only difference is it's gonna do more damage, and it's not gonna be, like, people are not gonna think you're doing the Dragon Breath. Like, it's gonna be, like, more obvious. But they somewhat serve, like, the same purpose. Like, a close quarter hyper armor attack that does big damage, right? Right here. Oh. Really have a choice but to back off here. That's the perfect spot. So close. He's backing up every time. I think we're just a little too far here. Little too far, and now we're out of blue. Let's use this one. Have high focus. They're backing off. Good shot. I might actually die here. I was scared that the thing was gonna push me off, but we're good. Doesn't aim lower than that, I think. You have to aim differently, but... Let's try to kill this guy. Can't commit. His friend is backing him up. Yo, I thought I was gonna walk off something. Like there, that's a perfect example. Like they were paying attention like fully to me the entire time. And so there's just very little opportunity there to land anything on them. They're just being careful. So if you know the dragon breath is a threat, like you're not gonna get hit by it, just like these guys. And the only reason why we killed him there is that they got distracted by the little enemies. Little enemy got a critical on the host, so it gave me a chance to start up the roar. Wait, Dragon Mod does more damage than Bale? Let me test that. Well, actually, am I going to be able to test the damage? How many players? It's one guy. Alright. Insane fight. The guy panicked there because, you know, it's very easy. Like, all he has to do was run at me, and then you could have canceled the Dragon Breath, but he didn't. So that basically cost him all his health. That's the advantage of the Dragon Breath, I guess. If they do a mistake like that, it's a big chunk. But technically, it's not really hard to avoid. These fights are less than 1 minute because, you know, like, if you get clipped by the Dragon Breath like that without interrupting, it's, like, it's... If everything lands, it should be a one-shot, so... I don't think we're gonna make it. goes down. Let's do a teabag while walking away. For no reason. The one way to fight dragons? Oh, there's not just one way. There's many ways to fight dragon builds. It's actually very easy to fight it. Like, you have like any range attack, you pretty much cancel it out. And when you're in trouble, like you said, like you have an ender nearby, like that's gonna allow you to survive it. But to be fair, you want to interrupt it, not necessarily endure it. There's 3 players in there. It's an important kill. It actually ate the input there. God fucking damn it. That's my fault though. I got too thirsty with the dragon roar attack. We could have killed them. That's just unfortunate. I should use catch flame more. Like that shit did a lot of damage. I choked that one. That's an easy one. But it did eat my input at the end for the last roll catch. But that doesn't matter because, you know, like doing like 2 or 3 like a roar attempt while you're getting chased down like that, it's just stupid. Like, you deserve to lose that if you do that. Probably would have been a better idea to endure there, for sure. Problem with like, you know, like these problem with these like quote-unquote like hindsight analysis is because I don't play with this build often, like I don't have the reflex to go for the correct play at the right time. Oh wow, we re-invade them right away? At the same people? Actually, I don't think so. It's the same area, but not the same people. Can I go up from here or no? I don't think so. Let's move a little bit. That catch flame did a lot, dude. I really should be using it. It does so much more damage than what I initially thought. I should use Catch Flame more, man. Like, the damage is, like, way more than what I thought. It's above. He's above. Oh, it's the perfect scenario for me. You want to try this build on Den 2? I'm sure people will love it. Honestly, let's try to have Endure here as a like permanent option. Let's see what we can do with it. I feel like I'm playing overly defensive. Maybe I should be a little more aggressive, like Endure into the pile into like something. Maybe I should try some of that. There's 2 players in there. No! Wrong one. Oh, the lat. This is just latency roll spam there. Pretty much guaranteed dead, yeah. Next one should kill. Or not. This guy's net is so bad. Guess the host didn't gank me, so I let him do his thing. That is one terrible fight. Oh man. How did he have so much stam? I think that guy was overleveled. I didn't look at the rune count, but from the amount of hits he took before getting bled, I'm assuming he was high level. With Ender and Assassin's Gambit, you should have the bases covered. Yeah, I think so too. Actually, before we invade, let's refill our fingerprint nostrums. We're getting low. Wish Catch Flame was not so micro. Or O Flame, actually. Wait a second. Maybe I'm out of nostrums. Need to craft more. Wait, where are they? There they are. Yeah, I was out of them. There we go. Mind showing the build stats? Yeah, sure. Keep in mind though, I have the arcane helmet, so I think my arcane normally is at 50. And also the starting class is not optimal. Like, this is Vagabond. I think someone said earlier that Prophet might be best for this. Maybe the new Light Knight class from Tarnished Edition might be better. Like I said, this is not optimal. I've not run the numbers, and I don't have the exact class for this. But for the Vagabond starting class, I guess the point allocation is optimal for this armor, because technically you don't need this armor. There's probably better armors, but you know, like, we have to rock this fashion when we use Dragon. It's like, it's required at this point. Like, otherwise it's not really the Dragon Pimp if I don't have this armor. Well, I would say what's important for this stat spread is the fact that for this amount of arcane, like, for this amount of points allocated to Fate Arcane, this is the highest damage I can get for Dragon Breath. Like, with 43 arcane, 43 Fate, 58 arcane, that's what I get the optimal damage. Like, if I lower my arcane by 1 and put it into Fate, it does 1 less damage, so... Or the scaling is like 1 less. So that's mainly the important part. After that, you know, like, the amount of dex and strength should be at a minimum. Mind should be optimal at 16. Vigor, you know, you can have it at 58. And then endurance is basically like whatever you want to have or whatever you need for your specific fashion. Like, weight-wise, technically, we're just at the weight limit to be able to roll with this, which I've not even used it yet. Why not Dragon Form? I've done Dragon Form in the past. Like, it's Dragon Form is just as valid here. Like, it also works. In some situations, this is better than Dragon Form because you don't get interrupted by the breath, but with Dragon's Form, you have more points to spare because you don't need as much endurance. So, you know, it's really like you can try both. Like, both are valid for this type of build. And again, for this, I don't have magic physic. I have the defense physic. So it's a little more balanced than Dragon build. Like, full Dragon with Dragon Form, you'd be significantly more squishy, which is not necessarily a bad trade-off. It's just it depends on what you're going for. Got a teammate in there. Went on this side on purpose to spread the love, but he actually stopped me. It's one down. I actually tried that. Like back when we used this build at 125, I did use the Iron Jar Aromatic. I mean, it's ultimate gimmick, really. Like, it's funny when it works, but I mean, it's not a good idea. Like, it's gonna work sometimes, you know, but it's gonna get you killed more than it's gonna work. But yeah, sometimes it actually works. You just play for funsies, nothing serious? Yeah, yeah, of course. Like, you know, you can play with whatever you want for sure. Why not Dragon Beast Hunter Chosen Undead armor? Oh, it's because this is like our team armor. Like this build is called the Dragon Pimp, and we sort of look like a pimp with this armor. That's why I always have this armor when I play Dragon. But Terrace, thanks for the donation. Really appreciate that. Thanks a lot, man. But yeah, I mean, fashion, you know, fashion is fashion. Like, everyone has their preference. Personally, I like looking goofy when I have like random builds. Like, I like when my builds look a little goofy, and when I have like a try-hard build, I like my character to look cool. Or somewhat menacing. At least the way I like it. But when I try stuff out, I like some specific goofy looks. This is one of them. What's my poise? I have the 88 breakpoint. Flush too, so pretty good. Like, yeah, 88. Buffs, and then we're ready. Look at that. All the buffs. We need all the buffs. Let's see how that fingerprint resists. Or it doesn't resist. Okay, this guy is going to be invincible for a second there. Barely out of range. Let's try Ender into Bale. The timing was just perfect. Dude, the damage for Catch Flame here is nasty. I really underestimated Catch Flame on this. Like, the damage is surreal. Like, that 500 damage Catch Flame is so good. I don't think I've ever had, like, Catch Flame deal that much damage on anything. There's no Dragon Beast Hunter Chosen Undead armor. Dude, I don't know the name of, like, any of the armors in this game. I just assume it was, that dragon-looking armor that looks very ugly with, like, a horn coming out of the top. I'm sure you know which one I'm talking about. Like, the one where you actually look like a dragon, but it's really ugly. I thought you meant this one. I don't actually know the name of, like, any armors. Except, you know, like, the usual try-hard one, like Bullgoat, Verdigris, and Solitude, that sort of stuff. But, like, Lionel, other than those, like the random ones, I don't know the names by heart. I could care less, really. How many players? Oh, it's a single person. Yo, the chariot. What the hell? Can't see the host. I don't think we're gonna have time to Alright, let's do this then. One-handed, let's use that. Yo, 4-shot? 4-shot? Oh my god, that's nasty, dude. Holy 4-shot catch flame. Whoa. Dude, this is better than the pyro build. Like, what the hell? When I did pyro, like, I did way less damage than this. This is, like, way stronger than pyro. What the hell? This is the real pyro. Before, it was the fake one. Dude, that 4-shot catch flame is crazy, though. Shame we can't use more armors, though. Yeah, I mean, that's like, you know, I know, like, it should not be important, but that's like one of my main complaints about this game. Like, I really don't like the fashion. I wish I had more choices. Like, I liked way more armors in Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3 than I do in Elden Ring. Elden Ring, like, almost everything is ugly. Okay, that ender into the roar after a backstab seems pretty decent. What is not ugly is usually pretty bad, yeah. Well, I mean, Solitude armor is good, but it's not, like, it's not amazing. Same with Scale armor is, like, decent, but it's not, like, amazing. And then Verdigris, it's, like, it's good, but it doesn't look amazing. You know, it's like, no matter which one you pick, there's a compromise there. And, you know, the list of good armor is, like, mainly stopped there. I guess you also have the Altered Knight, whatever it's called. It's like one of the knight armor that looks good, but no, it's not like the other Souls game where you literally can wear anything in the game and look cool, basically. But I also think the poise kind of limits your fashion choice. In fact, I think what I like is I really like the knight style. You know, like, I like knightly armors, like historical looking armors. I like those. And FromSoft does a very good job at recreating them for the most part in their Souls games. It's just Elden Ring doesn't really have as many of those. And if it does, it's usually like has that weirdness to it. To go with the theme of Elden Ring where everything is weird. I thought it was the guy. Okay, I think we have time to buff here. Alright, let's do this. One down. And that's the host. Just like that. Like the Divine Warrior armor. See, like Divine Warrior armor is also bad. You know? It doesn't have good stats. Not good, no good poise. It's just unfortunate. Like for me, I like the Knight starting class armor, not the Vagabond one, but actually not the Knight starting class. It's the first armor you buy, right? The Knight armor, like just straight up Knight armor. I like it, but I think the Knight armor looked way better in Dark Souls 1 and 3. Dark Souls 3 Knight armor was really fucking good looking. Like, oh my god, it was so good. And Demon Souls as well. Demon Souls and Dark Souls 3 Knight armor, like, oh my god, that looks sick. I also like the Exer armor in Dark Souls 2, you know, like different style completely, but like Dark Souls 2 had some good looking robes, which I can't really say too much about most games. That's the wrong button. Let's trade that, see where it is. I won. I got knocked out though. I guess my endure was over. It was worth it. Yeah, Banished armor, that one looked good. Forgot what it was called earlier, but yeah, that one looked good. I mean, I wore Banished armor, at least the helmet, for quite some time. Like, you know, there are some good... It's not like good-looking armors don't exist, it's just that you don't have that much choice. Given the pores requirement that this game has. And so you can wear something that looks cool, but is it how you want to look? That's a different story. The Elite Knight armor in 1 is best. I like the default Knight armor in Dark Souls 1. I really like it. There's so many good armors in the Souls franchise, like Dragon Slayer armor from Dark Souls 1. I just love that armor. It looks beautiful. Basically like Ornstein and Smo armor. Even Smo armor has a charm to it. Like, it looks very different from everything else. Like, it has its own unique thing. Going for pure fashion, nothing else. What armor would you wear in this game? Well, I mean, at the start of the game, when the game came out, I was wearing scaled armor with like no helmet, and that's what I thought looked best. Right now, though, I don't know. Hard to say. I actually think like the like, to me right now, my favorite armor is actually the one that's coming out in Tarnished. Like the, you know, there's the Heavy Knight and the Light Knight. The Light Knight that's coming out in Tarnished is the armor I would wear if I didn't have to worry about stats or anything. Like that Light Knight that's been shown in Tarnished, that one I really like. That's the one I would wear like right now, but we don't have it. Yeah, Knight of Idas, yeah, that one. Am I gonna wear it when it comes out? Well, I'm gonna try it, but, you know, like, it's probably not gonna have enough poise for anything, so... Unfortunately, like, you'll have to pass up on it, right? It is the Elden Ring way. You can have fun, but not too much. Says there's 3 players. Oh, okay, yeah, I see them now. It's gonna be difficult to get kills here. Didn't have enough. Okay, at least we got an important kill. Let's try something against this guy. Actually, I wasn't sure which attack that was. Okay. Oh, come on. And their net is so shit, like, every time. The Phantom got saved by his bad net, too. Our catch flame is so good, actually. I'm so glad we started using that. I think we're not gonna have a choice to be healed there. Yes, important kill. Alright, let's try to kill this guy now. Very laggy. There you go. Cornered himself there. Actually, there was a little door. I didn't even see it. There's a tiny door here. Little bit. Tiny, tiny, small, small. Did not even realize it was here. Well, I guess actually it's kind of like straight sword from Dark Souls 3. I don't know if I would say straight sword, because I think it's better than straight sword from Dark Souls 3, honestly. Just not as complete. Like the R2 for Wakazashi is it's better than straight sword R1, I'd say, but that's the only thing it really has. Like Dark Souls 3 straight swords had, like, depending on which one, well, I mean, each one of them had useful weapon arts. I guess you could say useful Ash of War for Elden Ring, because you can pick which one you want. But like the R2 is the only attack. The R1, I mean, it's still useful, but it's not reliable. Whereas the straight sword had like the R2, the R1, the backswing, all keeping prio. And then you could two-hand straight swords too, like have like the amazing two-handed straight sword R2. But I mean, I can see the comparison, because, you know, like nothing keeps priority in this game, and nothing can backswing. And Wakazashi R2 is like one of the few exception to that rule, which is why it's so good. Star Girl goes down, not to be confused with Cat Girl. Mr. Squishy. He resisted it. Alright, Mr. Squishy. Wakazashi is definitely one of the more reliable weapon in this game, I'd say. Oh, we got a teammate. Got a teammate, but this is usually a building where gankers just camp a ladder or something like that, so we will see. Yeah, sure looks like it. They're camping the ladder. You know what? I'll get ready to go with him. So far, so good. Oh, we can do that. I can't do that. Wait, I can. Wait, I can't. What the hell? Oh, well played, teammate. They were waiting. I don't know why he was able to drink his physic and I wasn't. I don't know what was the catch there. Maybe you need to have the physic on the hotbar to do that. If that's the case, that's a little weird. Like some sort of oversight. Like you can't do it from the menu, but you can from the hotbar. Everything about Elden Ring makes you miss Dark Souls 1. I mean, Dark Souls 1 PvP was, like, very unique. There was really... I'd say the other Souls game didn't really compare to Dark Souls 1. Like, sure, Dark Souls 1 had its own jank, but... Like, it did a lot of things right. Like, the amount of tech and skill expression that Dark Souls 1 had is really apparent. I mean, Dark Souls 2 also had its tech, but like for instance, the absence of dead angles in Elden Ring and Dark Souls 3 to me was something I was always like very disappointed about. Like I love dead angles in Dark Souls 1 and 2, but such a skillful it was such a skillful way to play to dead angle and try to hit different timings just by aiming at different spots or different directions. I really liked that. It was a lot of fun to dead angle. Let's try something, guys. Oh, he doesn't want it. Of course, blind spot. These players only know how to blind spot. These back-end blade players. No Black Knight hitbox on Inferno Crozier is your biggest sadness. Yeah, I fully agree with you. Like, there's so much they could have done in this game that was there in previous game that they just skipped out on for whatever reason. You know, no excuse or no logic behind it. Like the fact that Power Stance Axe moveset in this game is so useless, and they did not use like Twin Axe moveset from Dark Souls 3. That does not make sense. Or the fact that they copied the same animation from the Black Knight Great, like Ultra Great Sword and the Black Knight Ultra Great Axe from Dark Souls 3, but they didn't keep the backhand hitbox. Just to make like that attack useless in this game, that's a shame too. Like stuff like that just shows like a lack of understanding the game, and it's very sad for those of us who've experienced those things and liked it. And it's right there under their nose, and they didn't implement it. Like, they literally copied it from the previous game, and they just removed the hitbox. Like, that's crazy. Yo, Scorch, thank you so... actually, yo, Scorch, how you doing? Goldmask, thanks for the gift sub to Scorch. Really appreciate it. Okay, full squad there. Thanks, Goldmask. Much appreciated, man. Actually, I don't even have right tally here. Did good damage, but he survived. What can we do here? Go back and get some blue. I don't think I can reach it there. There's too many of them. Yeah, pushing a little too hard here. That stopped me on Ender, though. I could stop him. I almost did. Oh, he knows how to free aim at least. Never mind, he doesn't. It's the... We don't want to get cornered. A little too slow startup. It's hard to land anything when they're like so focused on you though. Really hard to land anything here. For some reason it didn't land. You're way too thirsty, buddy. Come back here. I think he realized his squad was not following him. Really? So annoying, dude. Can't push him because of the scrubs behind him. It for you. Oh, close, but no. There you go. This guy is shitting it. It's not even fucking taking damage. Of course, Castle. I watched like every game in the playoff. Some really good hockey. Well, not every game in the playoff, but at least from Montreal. I'm slowly realizing that Tampa Bay is actually not that good. It's really just Vasilevsky being the best goalie in the league. Kind of like back when Montreal had Carey Price, like team was not really that good. It's just Carey Price carrying the team. I feel like it's the same thing for Tampa. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I agree with that. Like good goalies carry whole teams for sure. Because most teams have like good goalies, like you know, like good average for NHL level. But then like some teams have like all-star goalies, and like Carey Price was one, Vasilevsky obviously is one. I guess. Like Tampa Bay used to be like a force to be reckoned with like a few years ago. But like right now, like you watch the games and it's like they're really getting carried. Like Montreal is good, but they're not like, you know, amazing. Like they're still like full of like developing players, so team will get better. You know what? I'm doing all those buffs, and what will end up happening is I'll jump down and then like kill them in like one swoop. No, I fucked up. He somehow got closer to me. He gave up right away! He gave up! Insane, dude. The moment his friend died, he just straight up let go the controller. Amazing. Yeah, I guess so. I'm not quite sure on the honestly like how the league makes decision to like where they put teams. Like I know it's supposed to be quote unquote expanding the market, but like you said, like 2 teams for Florida, that's certainly interesting. Tampa's way more experience. Not that much. Like you know, the sport media always like repeat the same stuff. Like they're basically like always parroting each other. But like sure, like Tampa won like 2 cups recently, but like you know, like you have some players in Montreal that have a lot of playoff experience. Like it's, I don't really think like experience is that big of a deal. Like watching the game too, like if you watch with a clear head, like it's close, but for the most part Montreal is outplaying Tampa. It's just that Vasilevsky is the best goalie in the league, I think. Still, he was like, you know, for years, and I think he still is. And so you have like 2 decent teams, one slightly better than the other, but the other one has like an all-star goalie. So like, you know, all the games have been decided by like 1 goal, so it's really like, you know, it's could go either way. Like it's not like making predictions at this point in the series would be a little clueless if you ask me. Like it could go like to either team. Like if you watched all the game, like it's like every game, like there's been like 4 games that went to OT and the 2 games that didn't, like they were down to 1 goal each game. So like no matter how you look at it, it's all close games. So I mean, you could toss a coin and you'd be 50-50 right. Yo, Darkborn, how you doing, man? And one thing with Tampa and Montreal is they both have like a big missing piece. Like they're both missing a top 2 D-man, basically. Like Montreal's missing Dobson and Tampa is missing Edmund. So I think to Tampa's defense, like they would be probably a lot better defense-wise if Edmund was in there. But then Montreal, on the other hand, like most of the goals that Tampa scored have been on Goulet, so you know, if you remove in, put in Dobson, you know, you could have an argument there as well. Well, to be fair, I don't think Montreal removes Goulet if Dobson is there, so. I really like watching hockey, but I'm not like you know, like a lot of people get very invested and they you know, they really cheer for a team. They're really angry when they lose or very happy when they win. But I mean, like, you're not the one playing. You're just watching people play. Like, you have no control over what's going on. Like, 0-0. It's just a pure entertainment. And, you know, like, all these teams, like, they're... Like, our best players are, you know, like, it's the Montreal Canadian and the best player is, an American. Like, it's Lane Hudson, our defenseman. That's our best player. And so, like... And then, you know, like, Tampa's best players are 2 Russians. So it's like... You know... People that get attached to these teams, could be taken with a grain of salt. So Leaf fan, you stopped caring a long time ago? Yeah, it was for your own mental health, Castle. Dude, the fucking Leaf, dude. So unfortunate for people who like that franchise. They fumbled the ball so hard. Like, they had like a fucking all-star team when they had like Matthews, fucking Tavares at their prime, Mitch Marner. Like, they really had a good team. Like, I don't know what the fuck they were doing. Like, they had a team like way good enough, like, to get like far into the playoff or even win the cup. Like, their team was like super strong, and for some reason, like, I don't fucking know what happened, but they just fumbled. Like, now the team is basically like non-existent. Just fold every year. Yeah, it's hard to explain that sort of stuff, really. Like, it was a very similar with Buffalo. Like, Buffalo for the longest, like, their team was ass, and then all of a sudden, like, out of nowhere, like, suddenly they got good, like, randomly, and the team didn't change. Where are you going, buddy? Oh, it's a teammate. You confused me. Oh. At least he didn't try to kill me. But I like watching hockey. It's very fun to watch. I think it's the best sport to watch, hockey. After that, you know, I like watching the UFC from time to time, but that's very dependent on the fighters. I feel a lot less attached by the fighters of this era as opposed to, like, you know, back when like John Jones was dominant, back when GSP was dominant. I feel like there was like more entertaining fights. I don't know. Like the Khabib McGregor era was pretty fun as well. Not very famous here. I mean, you don't need to like it. Like, it's just sport. Like, you know, like, football is very popular in America, you know, basketball. Like, here, basketball, like, I don't even know if there's any Canadian basketball teams. You know what? Let's just delete him. Yeah, sure, Nicola, give me a sec. Keep in mind I have the Mimic tier helmet here, which gives me like 8 arcane, but and also I'm starting with the wrong class. Like, this is Vagabond starting class, but for the most part what's important is 16 mind, and then if you're going for 43 fate, 50 arcane, or 58 arcane, this is the stat spread you want. Like, let's say I had 57 arcane and 44 fate, I'd be doing a little bit less damage. Sorry. So that's like the important part for the build. How big is the advertisement and contracts in hockey? It's a very, very interesting question, because I learned recently that a lot of TV stations actually lose money like showing hockey games. And like they lose like big money. We're talking about like 500K a game. That's what I learned. And so to be quite honest, I don't really understand what's going on, like how they're able to like operate at such a big loss. But that is indeed the number that I've heard like someone on radio talk about, which is pretty ridiculous. So I don't quite understand like the economy behind hockey if the TV stations are losing that much. I mean, they probably are not all losing that much, but I think the TV station in reference was one of the French ones, so maybe because the French audience is too small, like they're basically like taking a hit. I don't know. We go here. Yee, almost. It's for the love of the game. Yeah, I'm sure they're spending that much money just for the love of the game. For some reason, the fog here really goes with the music. The Shadow of the Colossus music is very adequate for the amount of fog that we have here. Holy shit, I cannot see like 2 feet in front of me. That's crazy. You cannot see anything. Yeah, I think now we can see a little bit. How many players? I guess Ender into Dragon Breath works. Did not expect that. Dude, our damage is nuts with Catch Flame. It's crazy. I'm doing so much more. I'm like doing like double damage than when I used the Pyro build. That's crazy. I was really using like wrong stat allocation for the Pyro build. What's great is we have so much focus resist that we can resist a little like FP thing. Oh, it cannot reach me. And he missed. Dude, Catch Flame gear ripping through people here. What a time to cast the wrong moon spell. Yeah, he basically guaranteed his death. That's without boosting casting speed? Yeah, I have no casting speed boost whatsoever. Like nothing. It's all damage. You don't actually need the casting speed boost for this, honestly, because like Catch Flame, like neutral Catch Flame is kind of bad. Like you want to do like running attack, and then the follow-up speed is always the same. So either you do crouch, which comes out instantly, or you do running. And then after that, you do follow-ups, and then for the Dragon Breath attack, like, you know, a few frames don't really change much for the Dragon Breath. I'd rather have the extra damage. And then, like, if I want neutral punish with Catch Flame, like, that's why I equip Wakazashi. Otherwise, I'll have, like this here. This here with Ender has been surprisingly good so far. I think it was Marvin who said earlier, like, why not Ender more or something. I mean, he was right. Alright, Scorch, have a good night, bro. Take it easy, man. Yo, Faded, how you doing, man? I wonder if there's a seal that has some intelligence scaling. Be interesting. Chilling? Yeah, I'm doing dragon build today. It's you know, obviously pretty gimmicky name of the game, but it's not that amazing. It's like either you kill people right away or you're gonna struggle to land like any spell. You know, if you can get the jump on them, you know, you can one-shot them with the Brett, and then if you can't, well, it's gonna be a lot of trouble landing anything after that. But surprisingly, catch flame damage on this is actually insane. Like, you do like 500 catch flame damage a pop. So like earlier, like I 4-shot someone with 4 catch flame. I was like, wow, that's very good. Golden Order is in Fate. Like, one thing that we could do is a build that has like some really whack scaling, where we have gravitational missile and dragon breath. That would be something, right? Obviously, a build like that is like attempting to to be like a max level, but I think it's more fun when you have to sacrifice stuff. Otherwise, it's kind of boring. But you know, like you have Dragon Breath for open space, and then Gravitational Missile for close quarter stuff. But to be fair, like a build like that, if not played at max level, would have like to sacrifice too much for it to be like any good. I think it's better to just like, just for instance, the when we tried Gravitational Missile at 56 int, it was doing like 500 damage, and then we tried it at 80 int and it was doing like over 1,000 damage. So it like more than doubled the damage just from having like enough int. So I don't think a build where we sacrifice like both just to be able to use both would really make any sense. I think Gravitational Missile is just better. But, you know, you could use the Magic Physic in that case, because your Dragon Breath would be your Dragon Breath would be magic, and then Gravitational Missile too, so maybe you could sort of even that out. Yo, one sec. Yo, on Andrew, thank you. One sec, Andrew. I'm gonna thank you after this. These guys really want the smoke. Wow, he just did not care. Okay, well, alright, let me properly thank you here. Andrew, thank you so much for the donation, dude. Holy shit, let me read that. Hello, Mr. G. Recently found your channel. You've been truly enjoying the invasion. Keep up the good work. Jesus Christ, dude. Thank you so much for that kind comment. Thanks a lot, man. Dude. That's really appreciated. Thanks for the kind words, and thanks for the support too, man. That's very kind of you. I forgot what I was saying, but Yeah, about the like hybrid, like Int versus Dragon. I think it's just better to commit to either one or. I would say until that point, I felt like the Dragon build didn't have any viable melee option, but with Catch Flame, now that I know Catch Flame does insane damage, it actually does. Like, Catch Flame with Wakazashi seems like a viable option. It really does. I'm gonna need to respawn here. Butt Slaps has died. Alright. We didn't hit it. Oh. Ain't there either. Is he gonna fog wall us? Won't have time for a punish, so might as well do that. I should have hugged the wall. Oh, he's gonna hit me. Nice. That's actually a good move by him. He did not have any option. You know about, I mean, he had no plays in there, and he still like managed to trade like damage with me, so that I think that was a good play. Yeah, so far though, like if I had to pick the best invasion builds that I've tried so far, I'd say number one is actually that crazy broken gravitational missile stuff. That shit is really busted. And then after that, I'd say probably the sleep crossbow with the one-shot Starfist. That shit is busted too. And the sleep crossbow is also busted in 1v1 though. I mean, they're both busted in 1v1, but, you know, the gravitational missile is more limited, whereas the sleep crossbow, it doesn't matter if you're in close quarter, the open. Every scenario is dangerous with that. And you can cast both Sorceries and Miracle? Oh, shit. Maybe that would be the right staff, Darkborn. Maybe I would be able to do this. Because, like, with this... Like with that staff, I would be able to also use like this here, the Scepter of All-Knowing, to debuff my opponent even further. Alright guys, we're gonna try something. Gonna try this. Well, that was it. That's all she wrote. Nice rolls. Who's better, Dark Souls 3 or Elden Ring? I think it's not that easy of a question, like which one is a better game, because like with every From Software game, like one game does things better than the other. And like Elden Ring improves upon a lot of stuff from Dark Souls 3, but it also like falls short in a lot of areas where Dark Souls 3 did not fall short, so... You know, if you ask my opinion, I had like back when I played Dark Souls 3, I had more fun playing Dark Souls 3 than right now playing Elden Ring. And I think it's mainly due to the fact that Elden Ring killed co-invasions and they killed fight clubs by reducing the player limit. I think ultimately, if you have to boil down like the comparison between the two, it has to come back to that. And so ultimately, I think that's where like Elden Ring failed the most. But another thing that bothers me is the inconsistencies that Elden Ring has that Dark Souls 3 never had. Like Elden Ring is a very inconsistent game. Like tons of input eating. Like the blue and red feathers, branch swords are completely like they tilt the flow of battle. It's kind of missed a good chance to kill someone there. Alright, now that we're all decked out, try to grab a kill here. Jumping down might have a chance to kill everyone. Yeah, we did kill the host. That's the important kill there. No, Semine, it's not. It's not. Input drops are not derived from... That's like a myth, because... Estus cancel was there in the network test. And input drops were also... No, input drops were there in the network test as well. And so, when the network test came out, there was Estus cancel. And there was input drops. So... no matter like which excuse you try to come up with, that's just the reality. And to be quite fair, I don't actually think Russ said that either in his vid. I don't think so. He talks about Estus cancel as an interaction, like as a reference, but I don't think he says that at any point that from self-patching that is the result of input drops. But yeah, that's false. I don't think he says that either. I mean, anyone who played the network test would know this, because back in the network, I remember back in the network test, we were like, dude, what is this? Like, we knew perfect blocking was in the network test. Like, it happened to us. We just didn't know how to reproduce it. And we had also, like, input drops, too. Like, we just didn't know, like, the logic behind it back then, because obviously network test was basically day one. Yeah, Faded, I heard the input drops are not as bad on PC as they are on PlayStation from the from the people who play both. I heard that it's worse on PlayStation, so I don't know. Yeah, Elden Ring brought some nice ideas. I think like the whole thing with Ashes of War that you can put on different weapons, I think that's a nice idea, you know, like Obviously, like Elden Ring has a lot of different bosses and enemies. That's also very welcome. Like a lot of content. Maybe spread out a little too much. That would be like my take, but the combat, Elden Ring has way more attack variety in general, like the heavy running, light running, heavy light, or heavy, sorry, jump light, jump heavy, crouch attacks. Like the introducing that amount of new attacks that you're able to perform does add like some depth to combat. But you know, you could say that the jumping sort of takes a little skill out of the game that, you know, was a little more skillful to space in Dark Souls 3 than it is in Elden Ring. But to me, like, one thing that bothers me a lot is the dependence on buffs in Elden Ring. Like, Elden Ring is a very, like, buff-oriented game. Like, you can play the game and then you can lose purely from stat differences. Or buff differences, right? We're gonna eat a lightning. Okay, we have time to kill him, though. Where they at? We fat rolling? Yo, that lingering hitbox was nasty. It caught his fat roll. But yeah, Elden Ring did bring some nice ideas. It's just, I think there was not enough care that was put into the PvP. And to be fair to FromSoft, you have to keep in mind that Elden Ring came out back when it was a shit show for every studio, right? Because of like the work from home and everything. Like the development cycle for Elden Ring got all fucked by the world events. So, you know, to give From Software an excuse, like they probably had a lot of issues with their objectives for what they wanted for the game and the amount of time they were able to put for stuff. And so I think they probably decided to cut down on PvP, which, to be quite honest, I think it's logical to do that. It's very logical. But to give a counter argument to that, they did so many PvP patches afterward and they were not able to do a very good job at addressing a lot of the problems. So, you know, it is what it is. But I'm excited to see what their next mainline game will be. Like, I'm hopeful. I think it's gonna be nice to have like a game that's a little smaller in scale, perhaps a little more attention to PvP. Hopefully, that could be nice. Should be around here. I knew he was there, but I'm gonna try to grab. Barely survived, but we did. That was risky to do that, but we did get the kill and survive to tell the story. That was nice. See, like, that was very risky to do that bail attack there. We barely survived it. We almost got tier skip. If they did a little bit more damage, we were dead. I mean, of course I did that because the host was already dead, but very risky. We did a lot, like 1,900. That's the second time we do that number. It's a big number. One of them is dead. Oh, I think two of them are dead. I don't even need to be here. One you notice the most roll drops can be negated by using BHS. Oh yeah. Also, like, sometimes you have the feeling that you had an input drop, but it's just because the fucking dodge is on release as opposed to on press, so that can be quite annoying too, and obviously BHS does fix that. I was moral support for the PvE, yeah, pretty much. That was just another stage hazard. Bro, they all die on their own. We don't have time to do anything. To invade together with consistency again would be a big win for the next game. Oh, dude, I think that's what the that's what this game misses the most. It's that community aspect of every activity that you're doing is a group activity. Like when you're invading by yourself, you don't have that feeling. And then even when you're ganking, like, gankers have given up on ganking for the most part because it's too easy. It's not even worth it. If you had two invaders, that would revive everything. It would be so much more fun. But also, again, like, the problem is that you can't have the same sort of, like, all-war sessions that you had back in Dark Souls 3 because the physic mechanic is a poor mechanic. Like, the physic only lasts 3 minutes, and so, like, when you have, like, players that rotate in and out of a world, it puts, like, the players that are already there at a massive disadvantage because the physic gives, like, a third of your resistance and HP is your physic. So if you don't have your physic, you're gonna lose fights where you should normally not lose. So the physic mechanic is a very, very bad implementation, all things considered. We tried. Dude, he is doing massive damage to the boss. So close! We almost had him. They're just cheesing the boss. I don't think we can help the boss. You don't think it's correct to say FromSoft as a person with a single mind? Well, no shit, Sherlock. I think it's all Miyazaki's fault. It's all his fault. You ruined everything. Oh, man. Oh, he's by himself. I think we have time to buff since he's on the other side. Oh, we have a blue. Go back down, buddy. Go back to where you came from. Oh my god, another blue? Dude, they come back so fast. You know what? I can't believe you resisted that. Let's back up a little bit. How did he not get hit there? That's surprising. Oh, that was close. Let's heal up. Annoying ass. That's bad. Played and saved, Story of Yankers. Another fucking blue. He's ganker, dude. I think we're pretty much fucked here. Need to regen some stam and go for... We don't have time to do anything. I see like an invasion like that where you can't get any help. It's quite pointless, really. They're tired now. They pull out all stops. I mean, they're all like complete trash, but at this point, like if it's 3 people like that and then one spawns in with all his resource, like they're all like complete dog water, but can't really do much there. Medios, thanks for the Prime resub for 33 months. It always sucks in this game to lose to terrible players, but invasions like that, it's like you can't really do anything. There's no like proper play there. I mean, even if they're all bad, because, you know, like, all of them, like, you separate them for, like, a few seconds and they're dead, but with 3 people rushing you, like, with 2 of them rushing us, we were holding our own pretty well, like, trading a lot of blows, for the most part, winning. But when the 3rd blue came in, I mean, that was pretty much over. post at? He's hiding. Probably here somewhere. Here. Can you go here? No. Okay, you went down. Actually, I think it's better if we do that. Played and save. Story of Gankers. He early hit that. Again, it's just shit players getting carried because, you know, 2v1, no friendly fire. It's like that. They played terribly. They just got like one sequence there too. Successful invasions are mostly not about skill. Yeah, absolutely. Like it's really just a matter of getting lucky or not, because the people you're fighting are all like, you know, either average or terrible or sometimes decent, but like it's very rare that anyone's good at this game, to be quite honest. To be fair though, I think what I should have done is just wait for them, like play the level. I just rushed them. I felt like I had a chance to kill him, but you know, one clip and that's it. Even if they're bad, it doesn't matter. You get clipped by one, you get comboed by the other. That's GG. Alright, let's go kill this guy like right away. Like, let's go like kill him like quickly. Always hiding somewhere. There he is. Another game, skill-less, no BS. questionable range. And that was queued. Managed to stall with an Estus long enough to get a blue in there. Now we're gonna have to kill the blue. That's it for me. Oh. Dude is just so ass and he keeps getting saved because the resummons are constant. Thank you, Elden Ring camera. This host is just surviving because of his rune arc and then just keeps healing over and over. And his eye primer weapon forces me to respect him. Should be debuffs now. I wasn't born yesterday. This guy's such a lame ass shit player. Just a complete insane spawn, dude. Like, what the fuck is this game? You could not spawn me like further from the host than this. and it's clearly not surviving off of skill. Like, he was out of healing, like, this whole time. I think that's it for me today, guys. Starting to get annoyed by this game. I mean, it's just not a very good PvP game, what can I say? Like, the fact that someone that bad can just survive off of poor mechanics is just not a testament to, like, you know, anything I'm doing wrong or anything that he's doing right. It's mostly, like, showcasing how the game is just flawed. Alright, guys. Thanks everyone for coming by today. Really appreciate it. I'll catch you guys up next time. We're gonna switch build for next stream. I think that was enough, like, dragon build invasion. Alright, guys. I'll catch you guys up, maybe in 2 days? Something like that. Alright, have a good night, everyone, and, enjoy the rest of the night or the evening or whatever time it is for you.